Friends, this podcast is the third and final one in my three-part series on mutual fund investing. In this podcast, I'm going to talk to you on the way forward. We are in for a historic economic reset. This reset is going to be global. While the entire global economy came to a halt for anywhere between 2 to 3 months, we still don't know when the world will get back to being normal. Under these circumstances, we continue to invest and we continue to carry investments from the pre-COVID era. Clearly, the investment era has also changed. So, while the world economy and the Indian economy get ready for a reset, it is important for us to also create an investment reset in our mutual funds. Our portfolios, which are legacies from the past, may well need to be reset in such a way that they are ready for the future. This is no more a choice. How do we do this? And why do we need to do this? The only way to do an effective reset is to prepare your portfolio adequately to perform in the future. Portfolios prepared in 2018 were created with the assumption of reasonable growth, of adequately predictable profitability, of capital adequacy, of lower risk of bankruptcy, and of higher growth in credit. Even the Nifty reflected that. Now, as the world economy resets, many of these assumptions are not going to hold strongly. Newer assumptions will need to be created, and those assumptions have to get into our investing. Let me caution you on one simple truth which nobody will openly discuss. While these assumptions get revisited, retested, and created afresh, the indices, which are entirely based on these assumptions, will take much longer to adapt because there the system takes more time to reflect. So, investment based purely on indices or investments which try to raise the indices will do very poorly on an absolute basis. So let's talk about the post-COVID era. We are in a 2009-like situation. In fact, it's much worse. 2009 was a purely financial situation. 2020 is not only financial, but it is also a socio-economic crisis. And this crisis will have to be solved at the socio-economic level as well as at the financial level. And governments are still grappling how to do this. This would mean that organizations will be compelled to shrink. And governments are also under the same compulsion. Uncertainty is going to last for a period of time. We will always need to do more than we were mentally ready to do. During such a phase of uncertainty, very tough decisions will have to be taken, and time will be the essence. In two ways, time will be the essence. First, you need to make your decisions fast, and second, you need to give your decisions time to succeed. This would mean that for investment returns to make a moderate comeback, it is going to take time. Therefore, there is an unintentional luxury for us that while we need to do a reset, we have enough time and to think through, to do a lot of things which will create future success. The next few years will see new leadership in every aspect. You'll see a new market leadership, you'll see a new political leadership, you'll see a new economic leadership, you'll see new corporate leadership, and you will see a new industry leadership. The way we live will change, and the industries which lead the world will change. I'll give you a small example. In all this mayhem around the global stock markets, the stock price of Amazon went up 25%. And that's as simple as a statement can be on new leadership. A similar thing will happen across the world in many ways that we have not imagined. So, assuming that the companies which did well in the pre-COVID era will continue to do as well and lead the world in thought and leadership is unlikely. We need to change them. Another important thing is that many of us carried one asset class as an overbearing part of our wealth. It could be real estate for some people, it could be debt for some people, it could be equity for some people, 60-70% plus in one asset class. I think that the post-COVID era is most certainly going to need better asset allocation. You cannot really be too gung-ho about any asset class. You need a better balance. The third thing which is essential for us to succeed is that we need superior temperament. When time is the essence and when you need to make fast decisions and need to wait long, it's a double challenge. And the only thing that can help us to achieve and overcome that challenge is superior temperament, which means we need to really be patient. We need to be very, very calm. We need to be introspective. You need to also be responding to what you see and observe and learn, and you need to implement. So all this will call for superior temperament. The next point which we need to clearly prepare is that this recovery is going to be very slow. It is going to be excruciatingly slow. So when it happens, we may have lost our patience. So prepare yourself for a slow recovery, which means that prepare to do whatever it takes over a long period of time. The last thing is that new business paradigms will lead the world. I mentioned Amazon. There are many, many other businesses which will take off. You can see even in the MSME space that newer companies which solve the problems of the world will grow very fast. And these companies will not operate under the business paradigm of the past where you could raise money anytime because you are in an innovative business. Business models will be grounded more in viability now than they ever were in the last 2 decades. So this concept that if I have revenue, I will still get capital will be tested very badly, and companies will be forced to follow superior business paradigms. So what can we do in this era to make our mutual fund investing, after all we put 500,000, 10,000, whatever sums that we need to invest into that? And why are we having to hear all this complicated stuff to do what is apparently as simple as a mutual fund investment? The fact of the matter is, when the world gets complicated, when economies go through phases of crisis, your investing cannot be dumbed down and simple. You need to reset. And you need to prepare your investment for the world that you're going to live in. So you need to review whatever you have. And that's the first step. Review always starts the process of reset. So you need to see what you own and how those funds and themes will perform in the new economic reality. You will find that some of these funds may not do as well as you thought they would a few years ago, which means that you need to recalibrate. If you have allocated too much money to funds which look risky in the future, you need to reduce and you need to increase to other funds which you think will perform well. One simple point which most of us will readily concede is that our exposure to global funds is very low. Our exposure to gold was very low. Our exposure even to debt funds is very moderate. And we are having hugely concentrated portfolios with high weightage in financials, mid caps, and small caps. Now, all these three present a systemic risk in the future. This means that we need to reduce our exposure to these quickly and increase our exposure to other things which look more stable and more predictable. That means that you need to redirect your monies. So monies which are invested in one part which look riskier now would need to be moved to another part which looks better and having improved prospects in the future. So that you need to definitely do that. So you need to redirect your money. And lastly, you need to reset. You need to reset your expectations. You need to reset your investment paradigms. You need to reset your understanding of how the world will evolve. And you need to reset your time limits which you are given for realizing your goals. This could be quite painful, but even a mutual fund investor who invests 500 or 1,000 rupees in a SIP doesn't have a choice. You need to do this. And you need to do it in a way in which you will have a higher probability of success in the post-COVID world. These are some of the thoughts which I think will have a bearing on your success as an investor in mutual funds in the future. It is very important to understand the context that we have come from, the context that we are presently in, and the context that we are moving towards. Clearly, the rapid change in context calls for a reset. This reset will involve multiple aspects. In fact, it involves 4 things. It involves review, it involves recalibration, it involves redirection, and it involves reset. So you will have to do all these things to make your portfolios future ready, shock proof, and return creating. I wish each of you success in what promises to be an exciting phase, and a phase where innovation, experience, and economic understanding will lead you to a better place. Wish you all the best. Do share this podcast with your friends, and thank you for watching.